same warm-up. And we start on your back, feet on the floor, toes up, and we go into 10 bridges. So when we bridge, you only want to come up high enough that if you look up, you'll be able to see up your thighs. Maybe your thighs just barely come out of your field of vision. But if you bridge and you cannot see your legs at all, then your bridge is too high. And you just want to keep your upper back flat on the ground. Pull your ribs to your hips. You've got 10 of these. Pushing into the heels, really squeezing your booty, trying to get some blood flowing through those big back body muscles right away. Once we finish 10 bridges, we flip to hands and knees into our tabletop. So knees below hips and hands below shoulders. Then we go 5 cat-cow. So cat-cow you've traditionally seen in a yoga class if you've ever done that, baby. And just drop the belly up and in, drop the head, press into the hands, and then drop the belly, lift the head and chest and open. We have 5 of those. So just going round, round, tuck and squeeze, and then lift through. Really kind of accentuating this one as tight. We might have some tight lower backs going on. We've maybe been sitting for most of the first part of the day. From there, we come to our forearms, staying on our knees. Hand behind the ear, and you're going to rotate the shoulder so the elbow points to the ceiling. We have 8 of these on each side. This is called a T-spine twist. So we're warming up the shoulders and the upper back. And I want you to keep that arm super straight. It's just pointing the elbow to the sky for 8 on each side. Let me tell you a little bit about what today looks like. Today is a strength day. So we're not going to get super high intensity or a lot of cardio heart rate today. Today we're going to focus on strength. We are going to hit total body, legs, core, arms. We're going to get a little bit of everything. Once you finish your 8 T-spine twist, come back to tabletop. Draw the belly button in and flatten out that low back, and then we're going bird dogs. 10 on each side, so we're going to extend one arm, point through the heel, that opposite foot, the toes down towards the ground, the leg goes no higher than the butt, so once you stick that straight out, straight and strong, squeeze your bum. We're trying not to rock from side to side here. So we're pressing down into the hand on the floor, keeping that core as stable and tight as we can, really working on stability through that single side balance. So we have 10 on each side here. I always give options for how you can modify things. Today it's going to be a lot based just on weight, since we're not doing real high intensity. But there'll be a few things here where I'll show you more beginner and more advanced levels. Listen to your body, choose the level which best suits you. When you finish your 10 bird dogs on each side, we're going to come to standing. Normally here in the studio, I would pick the exercise for the client based on the level that I knew to be appropriate to them. We don't have that option here virtually, so I'm going to trust you to pick the level that you should be with. Arm circles back for 10, so big reach up, biceps to the ears. We're going all the way back. I'm going to be giving you lots of cues on how to basically make these exercises most effective, little things to watch out for, things to do, things not to do. So lots of coaching today, and then anytime, go ahead and bring it forward, that I can see what you're doing, I will absolutely give you any feedback that I can provide. It can be tricky when we are having limited camera shots, but I do my best with what I can see. From here, we're going to go into what we call toe touch squat reach. This is a mobility exercise. Feet are a little wider than hips, arms come up. We're going to go down to the ground and get your toes. You can round your back, you can bend your knees. Drop your butt down, keeping your heels on the ground as low as you can. Right arm by the ear, left arm by the ear, we stand up. So that's 1. So it goes 1, drop your butt, 2, lift your chest, right arm 3, left arm 4, we stand up 5. 5 pieces here. And our goal is simply to release the back, then get some opening through the ankles and the hips, and then through the arms and shoulders, and stand up. Eventually, we want to get this nice straight line like you see here that I am exhibiting. But if these are new to you, over time, the more you do it, the better you get. It's mobility, so it just starts to work little by little. Last piece of our warm-up. We're going to do a gate opener out to the side. So we're going to open up, open and down, 10 on each side. We're just lifting the knee and opening through the hip to get a little rotation without turning the hips. We have 4 supersets today. If you're new to supersets, don't worry. If you're new to supersets, I'm going to mute you so you're not showing up on the recording. But it's good to see you. Supersets are 2 exercises back to back with very little rest in between. And we do each superset 3 times. So basically we'll do exercise A, exercise B, rest, and then repeat A, and B 2 more times. Okay, so after we're finishing our warm-up, if there's anything else you need to stretch out or loosen up, go for it. Otherwise, the first thing you're gonna need is your squat weight. So a dumbbell that is heavy enough for you to squat for at least 12 to 15 reps. If we're not using weight, we're gonna body weight squat here, just like that. If you're using a dumbbell and you have a heavy enough dumbbell, I really prefer a goblet hold where we're gonna hold the weight against the chest with the elbows in. The weight is touching at the top and touching at the bottom, so we're pulling it all in tight, and then we're squatting down here. So, weight is gonna be in the heels, chest and shoulders up. Regular tempo, I'll run the clock. We're gonna go for a minute. All right, squats, 3, 2, 1. So if you are not using weight, we're going body weight, arms come out, press up, tuck it at the top, tuck it at the bottom, rib cage down, butt squeezing. The way that we level squats, if you're very new to squats and you're watching this on a recording, because none of the folks here live are new to squats, if you're new to squats, you could use a chair at home and you could aim for a chair and just sit and stand. Everyone else, I want you to go as low as you can go comfortably, pushing down into the heels, pushing your butt back, but trying to keep a straight line from your head to your tailbone. So we're tucking the tailbone underneath, still keeping that nice, good pelvic position at the top. We're gonna squeeze our butt cheeks, pull our rib cage down, and find plank position, 15 seconds. Beautiful. Eyes are looking straight out. So if your head's coming down toward the floor, just look straight ahead. 4, 3, 2, 1. Everybody rest. So next exercise is a push-up. If you do not do push-ups, if you have shoulder issues, you can take a band and do a band pull apart, where we pull our hands apart from our shoulders, keep our ribs down. That's your option. Everybody else, you can either use a piece of furniture to elevate your hands and do a push-up there. It's a little less challenging. You can do knee push-ups, or if you have the strength and you do push-ups on your toes, go for it. No matter which one you pick, start in high plank. So if I'm elevated on a piece of furniture, I'm in high plank before I go. If I'm going to do knee push-ups, I'm going to start in high plank. I'm going to set my knees down and I'm going to push from there. You're doing 10, your pace, your count. So go ahead and start. When you finish, we'll all meet back together. So if you do have even like a countertop or a piece of furniture or desk that won't move, elevation can actually work really well. We're just going to be high plank position, pull the rib cage up, and then we're going 10. So go ahead and start. If you haven't started yet, go ahead and start. This is one thing I won't time, and we'll catch up together at the end. Beautiful, nice work, guys. We've got 10 there. Yeah, nice. Maria's a bit strong, girl. Let me peek. Yes, beautiful. So once we finish our 10 push-ups, we're going back into our squats. Remember your options. Dumbbell, no dumbbell. If you're new to squats and you're at home, you can always find a piece of furniture to tap your booty to. Think of it like sitting in a chair and standing up. Everybody else, let's go back. Body weight or weighted squat. We've got 2 more sets of these 2. Grab that weight. Ready, here we go. So we're going down and back, weight in the heels. Chest and shoulders up, tuck and squeeze it at the top. Pull those shoulders down your back. Exhale as you come up. And I want you to imagine that you're splitting the floor with your feet so that we're kind of driving the knees over the ankles as we come up out of that squat. We're thinking about using those big glute muscles. You're booting as we come up. You're halfway there. Eyes looking straight ahead. Gorgeous. Very nice. You guys look awesome, beautiful. Laura, you're getting better and better at those squats every time I see you, which is very exciting. She's been very consistent throughout this, 15 seconds, and that's why she's still making progress, even more than when I usually get to see you. 10 seconds, this is exciting. It's opened up a whole new world to us, you guys. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, everybody rest. Catch your breath. Once you have good breath, so that when you go to do your push-ups, you're gonna exhale and push through the floor. Remember, anybody on the recording who is not doing push-ups, if you have a band, you can do a band pull apart. You can do push-ups on a wall too. If you're really new to push-ups or you're working on strength that way, you can do them on a wall. It looks exactly the same, whether I'm here on my toes, whether I'm on my knees, whether I'm on a wall, whether I'm on a piece of furniture. I'm in a plank, and then I'm pushing the floor away, or the wall, or the desk, whatever it is. We're exhaling, press down, pull up with your belly button, find high plank. Elbows are slightly flared, like an arrow position. Very nice, yeah. Maria, strong work, girl. If you can tuck up through your rib cage, like pull your ribs towards your spine, yes, better, perfect. That's what I want, and you hold that. Exactly, that's the one thing when people are new to me in push-ups or planks that I find myself correcting most often is a lot of us have this strength, but we tend to default into, it's probably really hard to see, but I tilt here where I want you to pull your rib cage up and keep that nice and tight the whole time. That's in planks and in push-ups. Normal, until we kind of learn that, we don't do it naturally, but that was perfect. All right, we have one more set. Grab your weight. One more set of squats. If you're not using a weight, we're going body weight squat. Maybe we're sitting to a chair. One more minute here. Ready? Here we go. Elbows in, shoulders back. Press through your heels. Tuck it at the top. So when you come to the top, you're going to bring your butt forward. But as you bring your butt forward and squeeze your butt cheeks, you're going to bring your rib cage in and down so that we never finish our squat here with the hips forward. We're going to come down all the way up. Tuck it. Yeah, like a plank. You got 35 seconds here. Body weight, same thing. Everybody looks perfect. Just focus on keeping those toes slightly lifted. Straight spine, glutes tight. Split the floor with your feet. Exhale on the way up. Now's the time in these last 20 seconds here to see if you can get a centimeter deeper in your squat. Just a centimeter. Just a tiny bit lower, 10 seconds. The more you squat, the more you'll be able to get depth through your hips. It comes with time and repetition. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Set that weight off to the side. One more set of your push-ups. A reminder for anyone on recording, band pull apart is your option if you're not doing push-ups. But if you don't have shoulder issues and you're just really new to push-ups, use a wall. Again, it looks the same. I'm either on the ground, I'm on elevation, or I'm on my knees, but the exercise is fundamentally the same. High plank, ribs towards the spine. So like round and pull that up, keep that tight. Perfect, we don't want any sag in that low back. And then exhale, press through the floor, fantastic. You guys look so strong. Boom, very nice. Once you finish your 10, you grab a drink of water. Woo, very nice, you guys. So on this next set of 2, you have an option to use a weight or not a weight on our single leg reach. So if you're someone who uses weight on single leg deadlifts, I would suggest nothing heavier than a 10 pound. And then if you have lightweight dumbbells, something between 3 and 5 pounds, we'll use those. If you don't have lightweight dumbbells, you could also use a loop band. And then I think that the long handle band will work too. So you either have a band, straight or loop, or lightweight, but put them off to the side. I'll come back to that. Next exercise is a single leg reach or a single leg deadlift. This is an exercise that we're always coaching constantly. It's tricky, but it's great for balance. So if you're not using a weight, you're going to start with your right foot down. You're going to push back into your right hip as you lean forward. Reach the left arm and the left leg long. Tap something on the floor like a water bottle or a dumbbell. That's about the height of your mid shin. And we're trying to keep the hip square so this left hip is pointed at the ground. If balance gives you big trouble, just plant your foot and do the hinge part. If you're using a dumbbell, it's going to slide inside the leg. Push your butt back, bend your knees, stop at mid-shin, stand up. So I'll repeat all of those options again. I just want you to know that we're standing on the left leg, which means the weight is in your left hand or your left hand is reaching. Opposite. Your opposite arm is out to the side. All right, let's go right foot. Starting from single leg reach. If you're using a dumbbell, the weight inside the leg. Here we go. So we're going to push back into that hip. Sit back, stretch long, crown of the head to the wall, opposite. Push back into your hip, bend your knee, and then come back up to standing. So, if we have a weight, slide that weight inside your right leg so it's not out in front like we would if we're reaching. If you are having struggles with balance, plant your left foot and do that reaching long with a flat back, but just leave your leg on the floor. Lots of options here. And our main goal is, Maria, put the weight in the other hand. So if you're standing on your right foot, your weight is in your left hand, so that weight is sliding inside your right leg. I like the opposition. I know there's multiple ways to do this. Everybody relax, we're gonna switch sides. But at Fitness Evolution, it's always opposition. So if my right foot is down, my weight or my reach is on my left, and if my left foot is down, my weight or my reach is on my right side. To me, that makes much more sense. All right, left leg down, single leg, here we go. So left leg is down, right leg is up. I'm either reaching with my right hand, or I'm taking that dumbbell in my right hand, sliding it inside my leg, push back into that hip. Drive that left foot through the floor. Tuck it at the top. Yes, strong work. Lori, beautiful, although I think you're reaching your wrong hand. So if my left leg is down, my right leg is up, reach with my right hand. Yes, and I'll explain in a second why that is, although most of you guys have heard this from me before. 15 seconds. Beautiful. If my left leg is down and my right leg is up, it is my right hand that is reaching. It is opposite my leg that is down. 3, 2, 1. Relax quickly. Just because I have a couple people on who are new to me. When you walk like this. So the opposite foot goes forward in the opposite hand, right? Nobody walks like this with the same arm and the same leg. So when we go single leg reach, it's going to be opposite hand to the leg. That's one of the reasons why we do that. There's some other reasons why. However, that's just how we do it. It doesn't mean it's wrong the other way, but I'm consistent. Okay, grab either your light dumbbells or your resistance band. We're going to be a little bent. Let me show dumbbells first. Of course, we're going to have rib cage tucked in, booty tucked under, squeeze your butt so we're nice and flat here. From there, if you're using dumbbells, we're keeping the elbow slightly bent and it's a side raise with a little elbow bend. Be sure not to get like that in front. It's a right angle. If I'm using a band, it's going to look the same. Whether it's a straight band or a loop band, you're going to pull down on one side and then lead with your elbow. Pull up on the other side. There we go. All right. 3, 2, 1. We go up and down. So if I'm using a band, the farther my band is, the harder I'm going to have, or the further I'm going to have to go. So you can take your band higher. I want right angle. Lead with your elbow. Those of you guys using dumbbells, y'all look perfect, all three of you, but it goes like that. So yes, it's in front of my body. I'm coming to that nice right angle. I'm leading with my elbow so my shoulder stays down. I want this open. That's the trickiest part, 10 seconds, is keeping this open so that it doesn't get pinchy up here. It's gotta look like that, wide. Bring your arm farther out in front of you. 3, 2, 1, nice work, relax. Okay, back to our single leg. So, starting with right foot down, it'll be weight in my left hand, or my left hand that is reaching, my left leg is in the air. Right foot, ready, here we go. So now, let's think about, push back into your hip, then as you lean forward, start to bend your knee to keep your pelvis square. My right leg is down. My left hip has a headlight on it, and that headlight needs to shine at the floor. So if it's not shining at the floor, I gotta bend my right leg more. That's what makes these tricky. Nice, you guys. Beautiful, strong work. So remember, if I'm standing on my right leg, I'm reaching with my left hand. Opposition, how do we walk? I like that. Opposition is way more natural. Beautiful, you guys. And then we're stopping at mid-shin, not below. Get it? 3, 2, 1. We're gonna switch side, left foot down. Weight goes into my right hand, or my right hand is reaching with my left foot down. Ready, and here we go. For anyone watching later at home, if you're struggling to even keep up because balance is giving you heck, put your right foot down, lean into that, push your butt back and reach. We can still get the hinge without the balance trouble. Beautiful, you guys. Nice work. Oh my gosh, Maria looks great. Lori, fantastic. Robin, strong work. Tiffany, that looks really good. Yeah, maybe bend the standing knee just a tiny bit more. That's gonna be everybody's struggle, is to get that hip back, but then we still gotta bend the left knee, which is challenging, but you'll build the strength. It comes with time. Let's finish that last one here. 3, 2, 1, relax. Those of you guys using dumbbells, this is perfect. You got it with the hinge. The hardest thing with the band is just to think, keep that out in front of you. If it gets too close, we're not pulling up, we're reaching high, like that. All right, let's go, second set. 3, 2, 1, here we go. So we're going up and down. Yeah, and then, Lori, that's perfect. That's gonna give you great work on your shoulder without challenging with the band. The band is tricky. But if you're at home watching later and you're using a band, it's just like it is with dumbbells. We're just taking it up. Those of you guys with me using dumbbells, let's look. So you want to think wrist lines up with forearm, lines up with elbow, and I'm at about a right angle. So I'm just up and lower. Lift. Yeah, perfect, you guys. Strong work. 10 seconds here. Easy and lower. Easy and lower. Very nice. 4, 3, 2. Make sure you get both sides. Finish both sides. Last one. Awesome work. Okay. So we're going to go one more set of each. Single leg reach is a lot to think about. So just do your best. And over time, it gets better. Start with that right foot down. Weight is either in the left hand or I'm reaching my left hand. Ready? Here we go. Push back, lean forward, then bend your knee. So that you're loading back into that right side hip. We're pressing the right foot down to the floor as hard as we can. I just want parallel. So you gotta think about your shoulders. Am I parallel to the ground? If I'm sinking below parallel, I'm getting too much low back. I wanna flatten that out. You guys are great. Yes, awesome, beautiful. Tiffany, very nice, good. Robin, you could bend that right knee that you're standing on just a tiny bit more. They tend to wanna lock out. You've gotta get that knee comfortable with bending, 10 seconds. If it's because the ankle is wiggle wobble, just press down on your foot a little harder. 4, 3, finish it. Last one, relax. We're gonna switch sides, left side. All right, last time, Drew. Here we go, left foot down, right hand has the weight, or right hand reaches. Let's go, sit back, lean forward. Take your time, especially on the way back up. If you find that your balance gets really off as you're standing up, take it slow and really press down into that left foot. So we can tuck the tailbone at the top, reach the arms, sit back into the hip, bend the knee. That back leg should look like I talked about in bird dogs in your warm up. The toe points to the floor, the heel is flexed, and it's like that shoe is just sliding up and down the wall back there. That back leg is strong. 10 seconds, we get at least 2 more. Less energy leaks by keeping that back leg straight and strong. 3, 2, 1. Everybody relax, going for those weights. Okay. Sometimes when we're at home, if we don't have a ton of weights to choose from, maybe these weights are very light. Make them heavier by going more slowly and really resisting on the way down. You can add weights to your weights. All right, last time, here we go. Right angle up now. Tuck your booty, rib cage down, squeeze your cheeks, slide this smooth up, slow lower. Yeah, if you're finding you're like, okay, I wish I had heavier weights, make them heavier with your mind by slowly throwing that weight down, lifting, and then slow, like you were sliding that weight down through sand. We're halfway there. Beautiful, strong work here. Oh my gosh, we have about 10 more seconds or so. Very nice. Now it's 10. Slow, beautiful, keep that core tucked tight. The rib cage pulled to the spine. 3, 2, make sure you get both sides evenly and relax, awesome job. Grab a quick drink of water, and then if you have a mini band, bring it with you. Now, if you don't have a mini band, that is okay. You'll do this body weight, and it will still be challenging because we're going to focus on keeping it very controlled. So you're going to take that mini band, you're going to slide it up above your knees, so mid-thigh. We're doing what's called a clamshell, so you're on your side. I like you to lay all the way flat and rest your head and not prop it up because this is not very good for the neck. So we're going to rest that all the way down. Now, stack your feet, and then you might have to roll your hips forward slightly so your knees are in line with each other. From there, we keep the feet together, and it's this tiny little open and close. And we're going to press the bottom leg down, lift the top leg, but it's very small. If you have no band, your challenge is going to be to keep this super tiny and tight without opening up too far. Let's try. Ready? Here we go. So little tiny lift and lower. Your knee should really not pass the height of your hip, your top hip point. It's that small. It's that controlled. Because we're focusing on really isolating this glute muscle back here. We don't want to turn the hips, and we don't want to get into that low back, that sciatic area. We just want to lift this very tiny and very small. This is a fantastic exercise for people who have sciatic pain, but it can get bad real fast if you make it too big. So little tiny press down into the leg that's on the ground. Strong work. You guys are amazing. We have 4, 3, 2. Last one. We're going to switch sides. You guys can just roll over. I'm going to swing my legs to the opposite side. So we're resting down. Stack the feet. Maybe roll those hips forward so your knees are in line with each other. And then we're lifting that top leg. Ready? Here we go. Lift it. Slowly lower. Press down into that leg that's on the ground. Squeeze. Oh, yeah. You might have already noticed that the leg that we just worked, you're feeling that on this side. So try to think about next time starting on the other side. So we're not always starting on the same leg because you're going to feel that a little bit more on that down leg right here. Beautiful. You guys look perfect. So it's so tiny. The band forces us to restrict this movement. If you have no band, it actually can be harder because you have to really keep this so small and so slow without the band doing any help for you. So it's just as effective. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. So we're going to slide that band off. Everybody here has either a band or a dumbbell. Go ahead and stand up. Let's see here. So, let me press out. Let me just think this through. Because I don't think, Lori, you don't have dumbbells, do you? Okay. Lori's got a band. Everybody else, you can use a band or a dumbbell. And what we're going to do is we're going to do what's called a press out. So if you're using a dumbbell, you might go a tiny bit heavier this time. But we're going to be in a tuck position. So we're going to tuck our rib cage in. We're going to tuck our booty. You're going to stack your hands on your weight and push it out and in, straight from your belly button. Now, if you have a band, you can do the same thing, but you're just going to press your hands on the band and slide them out and in. Yep. Same idea, just going to push out. What we're working on is as the weight is moving away from you, you're pulling in through your belly button. So this becomes core work and upper body. All right, ready, and here we go. So if you have a dumbbell, just going to stack them, press it out and in. Shoulders are down, elbows are bent. Pull your shoulders down your back, squeeze your belly button into your spine, squeeze your booty. As you come back, even if you have a band, slide your elbows alongside your body. So we're like that, whether I'm holding a dumbbell or a band. And so I'm feeling my upper back, I'm feeling my arms, but I want you to think about your core too. Pulling in through your rib cage, tucking your butt and like resisting As the arms go out, the middle pulls in. Squeeze your booty cheeks. 10 seconds. Beautiful, strong work. You guys look amazing. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. If you're going back down to the floor and you have a band, take your band. Otherwise, no band. We're going back into our clamshell. Remove this weight. I'm going to do it without the band this time. I want to talk about how much. Now, flip to the other side. What side did you start on last time? Start on the other side. So it's usually whatever one you like always lay on. You got to switch to the other side. So in fact, I didn't do that. I'm going to come to this side. Okay, stack your feet. Roll forward through your hips. Lie all the way flat. Knees are in line. Lift that top leg. Ready? We go up. Press the bottom knee down. So those of you with no band, and I actually found this out last week too, with one of these same type of isolation exercises. I found for me personally, I felt this more without a band because I had to focus so much more on the smallness of the movement, on keeping my hips stacked, and on not over rotating and starting to recruit that low back. So don't feel like if you have no band, this exercise isn't going to work. 15 seconds. You just have to really do that extra job of keeping this so tiny. Knee doesn't go any higher than your hip. Hips don't turn. Slowly lower that leg. Barely let it touch. Bring it right back up. Last one. Awesome. Switch to the other side. Oh, yeah. Coming all the way down. On your side. Stack those knees. So rock your hips forward. Do a little check-in with that top hand. Is everything in line? And then here we go. Press the feet into each other. Lift that top knee and lower. I definitely like on this exercise using my top hand for a little feedback. You put it at your hip bone or put it back by your tailbone above your sacrum. You can feel if you're starting to make this too big because you'll feel the motion back there. I want this all in your butt, this little glute med here on the side of the leg, the hip. And then keep it so small, lower it so slow. Press that bottom leg down into the ground. You guys are doing great. 10 seconds here. Oh man, so good. We're coming up on 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Awesome. All right. Slide that band off if you're using it. We will stand back up. We've got that press out. So the press out is arms, but I want you to think of it as a core exercise primarily so that you really focus on pushing away so that your belly button and your butt are pulling into the middle as your arms are pressing away. And notice how low my shoulders, they don't end up here. My arms aren't straight. I'm from my belly button. So weight your band. Plant your feet, tuck your tailbone, pull your ribcage down. Ready? Here we go. So we're going to press it out and pull it in. I like to tell clients here when we do this exercise, imagine that between your hands, either attached to the dumbbell or attached to that mini band, was a rubber band. And as you pull your arms out, that rubber band is pulling in at your belly button. So we're like getting this tension and stretching, and you're getting some resistant forces through the middle. You got it. Good work. Squeeze your butt cheeks. 15 seconds. I can't decide whether I'm like, I either say booty all the time or I say butt cheeks all the time. What's a better way? 5. Just squeeze your cheeks. 3, 2. Last one. Awesome job. One more set of these 2, and then our last set of exercises, we're going to be a little higher intensity, I promise. So we're going to take down into that clamshell. If you're using your band, place it up above your knees. I once had, you guys know Andy, or at least, well, Lori knows Andy. Andy interned with us. He's a client of mine, and he's working on becoming a trainer. And he was so funny because he's like, I don't think I can say booty, so like, what would you suggest that I say? And I thought, oh, I don't know what men should say. What do male trainers say, your butt? All right, your behind. We're gonna stack the feet, rock your hips forward, lie it flat, top leg lift, ready to go. Little, so small. I think too often we feel like exercises should be big, and if they're not big, we're not doing them right. And it's actually harder to make it smaller, to keep it so controlled and to really isolate those little muscles back here. So little glute med is a muscle that really helps with back pain. because it's the muscle that stabilizes your hips and pelvis. I mean, not only, but it's one. And those butt muscles get sleepy because we sit all day, or a lot of the day, 10 seconds. And so we gotta wake them up. And if we don't keep this small, we're gonna get a bunch of help from lower back muscles that we don't want help from. 3, 2, finish it. Awesome work, switch sides. All about telling that muscle that we want to do the work, to do it, not letting other muscles jump in. So roll the hips forward, stack those feet. Here we go, top knee lift, top knee lower, so slow. So you have the control, your focus, your strength, your mind, your mental muscle working your physical muscle, so little. There's no, sometimes it's more about, just kind of taking that humble route and going, okay, I can make this so small. I don't have to try to make it big. It's more powerful when it's tiny and controlled. 15 seconds here last time. And if your booty's not burning a little bit, then I don't know what's up. 10 seconds, then you got buns of steel, guys. My butt's burning. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and slide that band off if you're using a band. Take your time. We're going to stand up. We got one more set of press outs. And then we're going to be up for for our last superset. We're going to get our heart rate up a little bit. So find your dumbbell or your mini band. Remember, we're going to pull the rib cage in. I'm going to use the band for this last one. I like to switch it up. So rib cage in, tuck your butt. Remember, this should be a plank position through the middle. Roll your shoulders down your back, elbows against the body. Ready, and here we go. So as the arms go out, there's a rubber band pulling from your spine through your belly button, and it's getting tight. And because it's getting tight, it's pulling your butt under, it's pulling your ribs in, it's pulling through your belly button. Shoulder blades come down the back, we're squeezing, slide. You got it. So I want you to inhale as you pull towards, exhale as you push away. So inhale, pull in, exhale, push out. You got it. You guys look great. Strong work. So the beauty of this exercise all comes from here, from keeping all of this so tight and so straight up and down. That's what it's about. 5, 4, 3, 2. Finish it. Last one. All right. Okay. Grab some water. So we're going to go a couple higher intensity exercises to finish out this round, okay? So the first one's high knees. High intensity does not have to mean high impact. You have choices. High knees, low impact is here, where we're gonna bring the knee to the chest. Again, we're not rounding, we're keeping that tight torso. That is our low impact option. Our high impact option, we're here, high knees, knees up to the chest. Your choice, it's short, it's only 30 seconds. High knees, ready to go. So maybe I'm gonna do low impact, but I'm gonna keep the intensity high by keeping my arms over my leg like I was breaking a stick. Maybe I'm going high impact, I'm gonna get those knees up to my hip, belly button in and tight, pump the arms. No matter which one we're doing, I want you to bring the intensity up because it's 15 more seconds and we're almost done. Strong work, less than 10. You got it, you guys. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, next exercise is skater. So we're either step touch, side to side, or we're getting down into a squat, or we're hopping. Your choice, 30 seconds, here we go. Low impact. Medium impact is get low but don't hop. High impact is hop it side to side, knee to knee. So knees are touching. We're just trying to get that heart rate up, burn out the legs for this last little 3 minutes. Remember, you can stand up straighter and make this a little step touch if you need to. 10 seconds. But either way, let's push because we're almost done. So we're gonna fire it up for our finish. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax for a second. Literally 2 more rounds of that. It's 2 minutes, and then we're stretching. So just everything up to this point has been very strength-based, not high heart rate. This is our chance to plunge our heart rate up, burn those legs out a little bit, and carry on to the next. Deep breath in. Big breath out. 1 more of those. deep breath in, big breath out. Round 2, here we go. High knees, ready, go. So maybe I'm low impact, but I'm keeping the intensity high by pulling my belly button into my spine, moving my knees. Maybe I'm going for that high, but I'm gonna run it out. Knees up to the chest, loosen the ponytail when we go high knees. In my pants, I hate these pants. I can't run in them. You got it. I mean high knees run. You got it, finish strong. Arms over the knees. So if you're going low impact, break a stick with your arms over your knee. You got it, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. When we do skaters, I really like knee to knee. This can be a little tricky on the knee. So if you're worried about your knees, just make sure you're touching inside. Skaters, 30 seconds, here we go. So low impact. You can also make this very low impact, but keep it high intensity by squatting. Or you guys can go that lateral side to side. Press your chest out, flat back. Push your booty back. You got it, you guys look awesome, 15 seconds. Woo, so I didn't ask you to do it the whole hour, so let's kick that heart rate up. 10 seconds, we need it, it's good. It's good for us, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Catch your breath for a second, we have one more round. The feedback on these virtual classes has been interesting because a lot of my people are like, I really like the cardio. We do circuits on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday that are a little bit more cardio than today. And we don't usually do that here at the studio, so it's been interesting hearing how many people want to keep the cardio, although I'm not surprised. All right, deep breath in through the nose. Big breath out through your mouth. One more set, 1 minute, high intensity, not necessarily high impact. This is it, ready, you go, high knees and go. So it's your last minute. So you're gonna give me all the energy you have left. What do you wanna get out of today? How hard do you wanna work? What do you need to do? Just to push yourself to that place where you feel accomplished, where you feel satisfied. You're like, I feel so good, I'm so strong. I pushed myself today. And it doesn't have to be pushing yourself over a mountain in 10 seconds. It's just that feeling of knowing that you kind of went there, that you didn't sit in the easy spot. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Couple breaths, we're on speed skaters. The change happens in the challenge. So it's when we push to get a little bit uncomfortable that we grow. Last time, skaters, this is it. I don't know about y'all, but these last 2 months, I have grown a lot. And I think all of us have, because we're being challenged, because we're being forced to. So with exercise, it's no different. You just have to push yourself just that little bit every time, you'll get better. You don't have to crush yourself, but know that you can go a little bit deeper. Know that you can work a little bit harder, less than 10 seconds, just a little bit every time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Before we lie down and stretch, big deep breath in through your nose. Big breath out through your mouth. Another one of those, big deep breath, inhale. Big breath out. Grab a quick drink of water. We're gonna lie down on the floor and stretch. Good work, you guys. So hopefully your heart rate's not beating through your chest still, and it's safe for you to lie down. And we're gonna start with our figure 4. It has been 45 minutes. If anyone has to run, I'll understand. If you're watching this on recording, do not turn me off just because we're stretching. The stretch is just as important as the rest of the workout. So on your back, right foot over left knee. And then if you'd be comfortable, you can draw that left leg in. So we have that left foot off the floor, holding that figure 4. And then I want you to start right away, slowing down your breathing. Inhale through your nose, exhale out through your mouth. We're bringing our system back down out of that higher stress exercise state. It's good, it's a good stress, but we've got to return back down really quickly so that we don't stay in that overstressed state, so that our body feels like, oh, okay, cool. We can handle that, we've recovered, on to the next challenge. Go ahead and switch sides. So left foot over right knee. It's when we exercise so much or so hard and we don't let ourselves recover, we don't send our central nervous system that signal, that it becomes a negative stress, because then we're just adding stress on stress and our system can get overloaded. So that's why this stretch is important, not even just so much the flexibility side of things, which is really not what it's about. It's bringing your system back down, calming your body, cooling it down, and returning back to where we were when we started. Go ahead and hug both knees into the chest, roll to seated. Legs come out in front. We're going to cross right foot over left knee, and then left arm hugs right knee and sit up tall. Little seated twist here. So most of you guys have been on with us before. It was Maria's first time. That is what Monday, Wednesday, Friday follows that format. So we do a lot more strength on those 3 days from a standpoint of utilizing weights, less intensity, a little bit higher rep. Go ahead and switch sides. So we're going to left foot over right knee. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday is when we do circuits. When we do circuits, we're going to get a little bit more like that last piece we did today. A little bit more of those types of moves, always modified for high, low impact and level. But if you like to get like your cardio and your sweat, we do that Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. And it's because both are important. The slow strength and the high cardio. Go ahead and come to standing. We'll stretch upper body. Both are important, so I like to have both on the schedule. And it also works out nicely for people who want to come multiple days. Reach it forward, upper back, and especially if you're going to be here a couple days in a row. That way you can come tomorrow, and it will be a good complement for what we did today. So we keep that bit of structure in. It is different every time. I do keep some of the fundamentals. Arms behind, roll the shoulders back, chin up, chest up. But I think these folks will tell you that's one of the things I've been hearing from you guys most is you like the variety. I keep enough variety in that you get a little something different every time. And that helps when you're working out at home and trying to get your mind out of other stuff and into this place. Right arm across, shoulder stretch. I try to keep it to about 45 to 50 minutes with a stretch. I can't seem to keep it in 45 minutes, but hey, I do the best I can. These things, you know, you gotta have time for warm up and everything. Go ahead and switch sides. Let's see, what else? For those who have seen the survey, I did send out the survey about virtual training just to get a sense of what you like and how we can make it better. If you haven't taken part in that, please do so. I posted it on Facebook and I sent it out in the email. Hands to the thighs, we're gonna push the booty back, come to flat back and hold. If you're around tomorrow, we have circuits, a lot of body weight, but we will use a band a little tiny bit. Wednesday is our strength too, so we're gonna go deadlifts and overhead press and rows and some really good, awesome strength exercises on Wednesday. If you like a deeper stretch, slide your hands down, close to the body, but we're gonna look at the floor and maybe get a little bit deeper stretch for that low back, if it's comfortable. And then from there, we're gonna round it and roll it all the way. Shoulders up and down 3 times. Awesome. And then from here, we're gonna take a deep breath, inhale, reach the arms up. Big breath out through your mouth, exhale. One more of those big deep breath, inhale, reach. Big breath out, exhale. Give it up. Give yourselves a round of applause. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being there. I love seeing